Hello everybody, my name is Tom Rowlands. I am the Programs Coordinator at Tech Returners. Today I'm joined by two members of the team of Checkoutcom, who are our latest sponsor for the Your Return to Tech program. Marina?
Hi, I'm Marina. I'm a Senior Engineering Manager in Checkout.com, and my team is responsible for integrating alternative payment methods in Checkout.
Perfect, fantastic. And Mariano?
Tom, how are you? My name is Mariano Alvera. I'm the Senior Vice President of Engineering at Checkout.com. I look after many engineering teams. Most of them focus on our payments processing, APIs, and our payments platform.
Okay, perfect. We'll jump into our first question first, which is, why is our Your Return to Tech program important to Checkout.com?
So, as you know, Checkout.com is one of the fastest growing technology and payments company right now in Europe and globally. We have a very good last few years with fantastic growth. And of course, because we're a technology company at heart, we're constantly looking for technology talent, right? We're growing our teams here in London, but also everywhere else in the world. We have multiple teams across locations, and we're constantly looking for great engineers and great technology professionals all over the world. And as you probably know from the market itself and from the last few years, where technology companies have actually many of them have been very successful and growing a lot, it's actually a very competitive market. It's not easy to find the right talent at the right scale that we need. And Checkout, we're extremely customer obsessed. One of our core principles is to solve for the customer, and that requires us to constantly build a lot of tools and technologies and APIs and many different processes to make sure our customers have the best experience, and therefore growing the team, growing our talent pool is one of the key necessities we have at the moment. At the same time, Tech Returners is a fantastic program also to make sure that we have a very diverse team. A lot of the candidates what we're seeing from Tech Returners, they're gonna help us have a stronger team, making better decisions as a team, because some of them have different backgrounds, different life stories, different experiences that they really help other parts of our team, our younger members of the team, our young engineers that we're also hiring every day, that also learn from those experiences and eventually build a better product for our customers.
Perfect. That's fantastic to hear, and it's lovely to know that Checkout are keen to sort of diversify their pool and bring the best of the best on, which is always great to hear. So our second question today is, what does success from the program look like to Checkout.com?
So as I mentioned before, one of our key challenges and objectives is to grow the team, to grow the capacity of the team, to hire the best talent out there in the world for Checkout.com. And that will allow us, of course, to continue to build products that our customers love. For us, the interesting thing about the technology industry is a very competitive industry, right? So it's not easy to attract the right talent. It's not easy to convince them to join your company, wherever that company is. Everybody has a lot of opportunities, and it's also not easy to retain the talent, right? We work very hard to make sure that our engineers are happy in the role, they enjoy what they do, they can see the impact of their work in the world and in our customers directly. And also that they have a place where they can grow their careers. Very few companies are growing at the pace of Checkout.com. That means every month, every quarter, we have more open roles, more opportunities, more growing opportunities. And because we're also a technology company, we're constantly working with new technologies and expanding our portfolio of products and our portfolio of technologies we use. We're 100% cloud native. So success of the program for me comes in two parts. One, that the candidates that join our company, they can become part of a team, and they can add value to the team. They can help the team grow the capacity, build better products, build more products. We have huge backlogs of features and improvements that we want to do for almost every of our products. And therefore a bigger team, bigger capacity, more efficient, making better decisions as a team will also make, at the end, ends up in a better product. But there is a second part, which is the engineers themselves, the candidates, the people who join any technology professional. They also have a place where they can develop their career. They can share their ideas, they can learn from other people in the team, they can learn from other teams at Checkout, other products at Checkout, and they can continue to evolve personally in their technology aspirations. They can learn about new technologies. This is an industry, as you know, that is constantly changing, right? Technologies that we're using now, they didn't even exist 5 years ago. But then the technologies that we're going to be using 5 years, they might not exist now yet, or they're about to be released. So for us, it's also make sure that the candidates are happy with the process, and they're happy after joining Checkout, for a very long time, because they are not only delivering impact for the company, for the merchants, for the customers, but also they're growing their careers and they're learning new technologies and they're developing themselves professionally.
Okay, perfect. So our next question is, what can our returners expect within a software engineering role at Checkout.com?
First of all, when a software engineer joins the company, we see what is the level of the software engineer. But this doesn't mean that this is going to be the role of the software engineer from the first day till the next few years. We really focused on developing the careers of our software engineers. And it's not only the level that you have, like you start from maybe associate, mid-level, senior, until principal. You can also develop yourself as a manager. I also joined Checkout as a senior software engineer, and today I'm a senior engineering manager. And that's something you can also do it here for yourself to develop your career. You have endless amount of opportunities here. And in general, learning is a very important value for us here in Checkout. We have an entire Checkout universe. We have learning opportunities. It's something like very encouraged here. We even have special days when we can go and learn, and that's like our working time. Another thing that's also something that new joiners really benefit from is our teamwork. Every joiner that comes, they have a dedicated time for them to learn, to get onboarded the right way, to learn about the company, not just about the team, about the company. There's a lot of programs and effort in the company put into that. But also the team that they actually join later, the value of teamwork is very important. And that's also something that I always say to my team. We succeed together and we fail together. It's not someone is succeeded and the other ones didn't. We all have to look at this. This is our teamwork, and this is something we need to achieve together. And for any new joiner, I think this is like very important to know that you join us and we're gonna do this together. But other than that, also the projects that we are working, they're so varied and so different. And you can work on a project today, and in a few weeks, what you developed with your team is going to be thousands, if not millions, of transactions running through this code that you developed. And I think that brings you a great sense of achievement also when you see that, like, I did this, and now there are so much people that are being like using this now.
Okay, fantastic. And the next question we had was, why is diversity and inclusion important to Checkout.com?
Diversity and inclusion is very important for us here in Checkout, and it starts already from the hiring process. Our hiring process was already designed to be diverse and inclusive. Our people who make interviews, especially the hiring managers, have to go through special trainings and to come to these interviews also without bias. And when we're already on the interview, we try to see the person. We don't just try to tick a box of, technical skills, but we also try to see what additional values this person brings to us. And when we're already in the team, we always encourage people to raise their ideas and to be open to accept other ideas. Even if you're not gonna go with these ideas, it's very important that we give place to different perspectives, different opinions, and we are always open to discuss this.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Marina. I was just wondering, for a final question, if you could tell us more about why you think returners can add value to Checkout.com.
Yes, Tom. I actually think since the first time I found out about tech returners, I always thought this is a fantastic idea. You know, I really, really love it, and it's going to help us quite a lot for many reasons. One of them is, as I mentioned before, we're growing a lot as a company, we're growing as a business, and we're growing as a team. And we want to attract the best talent in the world, right? And for that, of course, you want to look for the talent in every single possible place. Then I've been in technology for 23 years now, so quite a long time. And during that time, I've seen the technology change a lot. And I think how, you know, the way we do technology now, the way we write code, the way we deploy applications, the way we do everything now is very different from the way I used to do it myself 20 years ago. And we've been through multiple stages in the process. However, even though we might use different programming languages or different frameworks or different cloud infrastructures, then there is an underlying layer of technology, of programming language, of the way the systems are designed, that is the way the systems interact with the hardware that is quite common, right? Sometimes I see young engineers that they're very scared about the new programming language, but then after you learn 2, 3, 4 programming languages, you realize that they're all the same, you know, kind of like human languages. Like they're slightly different. They all come from the same, or most of them come from the same background, from the same seed. So I personally believe that somebody who wasn't a fantastic engineer or even a good engineer 2, 3 years ago is still a good engineer today. That person might need to refresh their knowledge about certain specific tools or environments or services that we use, even programming languages altogether. But if you're a good engineer at some point, then you're going to continue to be a good engineer mostly for the rest of your career, because you understand how systems work, you understand how you need to build a system, you have a level of maturity that you only gain by building systems on top of systems on top of systems, even sometimes by surviving incidents on top of incidents on top of incidents. So I think the combination of very young and talented engineers that we're hiring every day, coming straight from boot camps, from university, from everywhere we can find them. They're super young, super talented, super eager to learn and to grow, with more mature engineers, people we've been doing what we do for 10 years, 15 years, regardless if they have a gap in their career at some point, it doesn't really matter. They've been through a lot. They've been through different evolution of systems. They've seen systems mature from the early, MVP or bootstrap version to actually a well-defined, well-run production operation. That experience you only get by building it. So combining those two things, combining people who they have been doing this for many years, even with slightly different technologies, together with people who are super experts in the technology that we're using now, I think that's what makes a great team. The different points of view, the different opinions, the different experiences, all built together in the end, trying to solve a common goal. So for me, I think this is a fantastic opportunity to bring some of those people that they usually have a very good maturity, a very good experience, and at some point they had a gap and now they want to come back. And of course, for those people, we're going to offer as much training as they want to refresh themselves with new technologies. But the reality is, as a software engineer myself, is that even if you never stop working in technology, you're constantly refreshing your knowledge, right? You like, as I said before, the technologies that we're going to use in 5-10 years probably haven't been invented yet. So we'll constantly have to learn. So that's quite common for a software engineer or any technology professional, that they have to continuously have to learn on new technologies and new systems and new tools. So everybody will have to do it, regardless if you take a gap or not. So this is a fantastic program for us to be able to keep growing our teams and keep attracting the best talent out there. Thank you very much for your time, Tom.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Applications are now open for our Checkoutcom Your Return to Tech program. If you have previously worked in the tech industry and are looking to return after a career break, please go to the Tech Returners website for more information. Thank you very much to the Checkout team, Mariano and Marina.